Hi, I'm Adrián Alejandro Alcocer Escalante. Well, I don't know how big the audience for this video will be, so I will be talking in plural. But anyway, so let me introduce myself. I'm 22 years old. I was born and raised in Valladolid, Yucatan, Mexico. And I first want to tell you that this is not my first option career. So I already have another career. If for all of you that are wondering what is that career, is commercial pilot. So I'm already a commercial pilot. In the 2017, I studied private pilot. I began my private pilot training in iFly Aeronautical University in Mérida, Yucatan. And I logged 40 flight hours. Then I got my private pilot license. And so I was able to begin my commercial pilot training, and for that you have to go through the ground school. The ground school are the normal classes when you are in a classroom, and then you have to go through the simulator training, and then you start flying 140 real flight hours. And once you're done with all the stuff, it seems like complicated stuff, but it's not. In fact, you get to enjoy the whole process. And when you really love aviation, when you really love what you're doing, it's not a burden. It's a pure joy for you. So once I was done flying my 140 flight hours for me to complete my commercial pilot training, I took my exams, my test, written test, then a simulator test, and then the real flight exam. That here in the aviation world, the real life flight exam, it's called the check ride. So I took my check ride, so everything went just fine. And I already have my degree document, and now I'm currently waiting for my license to arrive. So I'm just waiting for that, just for me to be able to apply for an airline job. And a little bit of how did I fall in love with aviation. Well, I can relate back when I was 13 years old, when my father told us, to the whole family, to get ready for a travel abroad. And I was very excited because that was my very first time traveling by airplane. I never have traveled by airplane before, so I was very excited. I didn't know what it was like to travel by plane. So as soon as my father told us that, I started to research in Google aviation related information. I also started to watch videos on YouTube about aviation, everything that I could come across. As long as it was about aviation, I would read for sure, and also I would watch it. It doesn't matter. So I spent hours and hours. I remember I spent hours and hours because it was a new discovering for me, and everything that I came across was new. So those were very, very, really, really good times when I first engaged with aviation. And by that time, from that time and on, I knew for sure that I wanted to become an airline pilot. and I'm in the process of becoming a actual airline pilot, because I'm currently also in the process. Yeah, Polaris is right now recruiting airline pilots, and I'm in the recruitment process. They are, in fact, I have already passed all the tests that Polaris requires us to pass in order for us to get a place on the airline, but they're just waiting for my license to arrive, so I can be part of the airline and start my flight training for the airplane that I would be flying, the Airbus A320. And I hope that my license will arrive in maybe in this week, or maybe on the first day of the other week. I don't know, but I'm really hoping that my license won't take that much to arrive. And as soon as that happens, yeah, it really breaks my heart to say this, but as soon as that happens, I will be obliged to drop out, to leave this university, because I enrolled in this university. Well, my plans to enroll in this university relate back to January. So in January, the aviation industry was still the going got very, very tough for the airlines, and back in January the conditions was very, very rough. So I really thought that it would take longer for me to get a job, but thanks to God, things are going pretty well for me. And as soon as I get my license, I will be obliged or forced to drop out. And yeah, it's hard, but that's the truth. So that's it. And I also love music. I love 80s glam metal and hard rock. I love bands like Poison, Bon Jovi, Fragner, Whitesnake, White Lion. I think that those are the most overrated bands, but I also like other underground underrated bands. But I love 80s music. I love playing guitar. I love learning guitar, learning music theory, spending a lot of my time practicing guitar solos, and I don't discard the option. Yeah, of course, as long as my job permits me, and if I do have spare time, I wouldn't hesitate to join a 80s glam metal band. So that's pretty much it I can say about me, and I hope that we can all get along well, that we can all be friends, and good luck, classmates. Good luck, guys. Thank you so much.